It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
On a warm late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, these Giants seem to be a team on the improve. They won their first playoff game since Super Bowl 46 last year. Now, what needs to happen to take that next step?
They just need to continue to amass talent, get those guys going, and become contributors. And on the offensive side of the ball, become much more explosive in the passing game.
Well, meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the rebuild under Doug Peterson is right on track. And listen, nobody's going to get wildly excited about 9-8, which they were last year. I get that. But when that comes on the heels of 3-14 and 1-15, certainly a step in the right direction.
And the biggest stride they can make this year is on defense. 28th against the pass last year. And just moving into the middle of the pack, that could buy them a couple more wins and put them in a great spot come playoff time.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Well, he's going to be outbounds across the 50. Great return.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Jones looking to throw right away. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now Jones. Short throw pulled in by Bellinger. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd on right at a yard. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Jones back, a couple of fakes as he'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Fuller run show Fatukasi. Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They'll run with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. Take it up, man, for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon.
And Daniel Jones has always been an integral part of his team's run game. 5 touchdowns on the ground in the first 3 years. Had 7 last season. So even if it's not a called quarterback run, he understands where the goal line is and often will carry it himself.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year, we got the Trevor Lawrence. So many tapped to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up a ball in the youth league. They expect nothing less from him again this season.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping it. You've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
He took him down in the backfield with those instincts. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And Kirk complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? That their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
The former first rounder put it all together in 2022 with career highs across the board and cemented himself as one of the faces of the Giants defense after an all-pro season.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown, and now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game, because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way they're being methodical on offense here in their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer, but not forcing anything.
The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter. Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third down, here's Etienne. And nowhere really to go there. They'll take this out just shy of midfield. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And the pass complete to Wallow on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety back or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 6 from the 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there, that shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Lawrence.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screen play, here's ETN. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. Running out again, ETN. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones throwing to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Up the middle with Barkley. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry up. Here's Lawrence. And this to a former Giant. It's Evan Ingram. On the move past the 40. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off for ETN. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried a stress reversal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it in.
And only the first down, and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first half, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Ten 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that running game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Lawrence trying for Cook, and he's got him on the crossing route. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Lawrence will throw. His pass incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, well, the second half, that's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now Jones. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Give him 10 yards there, and back by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A first down carry for Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the option left, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Throwing Jones. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He's throwing it down the side. It's a thick rose. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Barkley is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a 1-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stuck cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton for 30 yards out. And the Giants are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And they will bring it back. It's a quick 6 on Giants touchdown. Just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded game plan on the other side, all 4 quarters. And Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Lawrence will try again after the pick 6. He'll get this off DTN. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. It's a throw again is Lawrence. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Lawrence. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Hooked on by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll try and run some clock here in Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Just get rid of it.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now Lawrence, he'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. The man is complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Let's go. Let's go. This is where you step up right here, baby.
From midfield now, Lawrence. They'll take down underneath to ETN. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second and 5. Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. It's incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Lawrence going to throw again. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last one intercepted. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that,
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy. Got them excited to meet me.